Hello, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. So we're about to start. If you want to leave me that where you're from and from where you're watching us, so we're happy to have you here today. We're gonna start in a few minutes. Also, feel free to use the chat box and the Q&A box to ask Marilyn all the questions that you may have during the presentation, so she's able to answer them as soon as possible. And we are Real Estate IQ for those that haven't heard of us before. I'm sorry, I don't know why my presentation is taking a little bit low today. I hope it loads now. So again, in the meantime, feel free to write down from where you're watching us so we get to know you better. And also, if you can answer the poll that should appear on the screen, so we get to know you better as well, and we know if you are already a Real Estate IQ subscriber, and if you would like to have a one-on-one demonstration or service together with a free demonstration of our tools. So that would be amazing. So we're happy to have you here today. So let's get started. I'm sorry that it's not loading properly. I'm sorry for my internet connection that's not working very well today. But we are Real Estate IQ. For the ones that haven't heard of us before, we have more than 12,000 registered attendees, more than 500 webinars hosted, and more than 100 keynote speakers. So if you are a real estate expert, and if you would like to do a webinar, feel free to let us know, and we will get in touch with you as soon as possible. That would be amazing. Sorry again for this issue with my connection. Okay. So moving forward. Let's the following, so I don't make this more time. Marilyn, maybe you can start with your presentation, and maybe I can do Real Estate IQ at the end of the webinar, so I don't make this time as I'm having some issues sharing my screen. If you don't mind, we can change the order this time. Is that okay for you?
Hi, everybody. I hope everybody's doing okay. Well, my name is Marilyn Phipps. I am going to be giving the presentation on how to increase your wealth and pretty much increase your rental property, your portfolio. I see that there is just a few people. So I am going to share my screen. And if you guys are having trouble or anything looking at my screen, please let me know. So since we only have a few people, can you guys share if will be your first investment property? What are you looking to do with this training? What are you looking, why do you guys are here today and sign up? Anybody wants to share? Can you put it on the chats? Is this your first investment property? Yes or no? I'm waiting. Let's see. I am going to, let's see. Anna says no. So you already have rental properties. How many do you own, Anna? 3? Okay, awesome. So what are you looking in this training today? Oh, nice. Okay, so Anna is looking for a flip. Actually, no, Anna has a flip and 3 rental properties. So if you guys want to just tell me a little bit about yourselves, I want to find out what kind of audience I have. If you haven't done a deal, if you have rental properties, can you put it on the chats? That way we know how we, it's not the same as like if you haven't done a deal and you're looking, and if you can put on the chats what are you looking for to learn on this training, that would be great. So I'm gonna tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Marilyn Phipps. I am the founder of the company named Sukasa USA. I've been doing real estate investing for the past 15 years. And so I'm been buying and holding, but I started with a company as a wholesaling company. So we sell fixer-uppers. And now we're doing actually a lot of coaching, mentoring, and I do trainings, and I help people to invest in real estate. So I've been doing this for a while now. I started in 2012, and my company focused on single family. We also do multifamily, but I'm not doing a lot of it's our main focus is single family homes. So I know that you guys want to increase your portfolio, and some of you are here to learn how to do that, how to massively increase your rental portfolio and how to create passive income. So if you're here for that reason, you're in the right place. If you haven't done a deal at all, can you put it on the chats and say, I haven't done a deal? That way I know how to talk to all of you, right? Like if you have properties and you are familiar with everything, so it's a little bit different than if you haven't done any deals. So if you can put it on the chat, that will be great. So just to get started, this is our company, sukasa-usa.com. We actually sell fixer-uppers. I'm gonna show you some of the properties that we have here in our website, and I'm gonna tell you how we can increase your rental portfolio. So in real estate, we do we get everything is based on numbers, okay? So pretty much is about the after repair value of the property or the as is value of the property, right? So the after repair value, usually the property has two different values, is the as is value and the after repair value. So that means the property needs to be fixed right first before it gets to that value over here that we're showing. So our asking price for this property is 149. The ARV or the after repair value of the property is 265. And so this will be a great rental property for anybody. Now, we do have lenders that lend up to 75% for rental, for a rental property. For example, I'm gonna give you an example on this particular property. Let's say the property is worth 265. I am going to put 250 just to be on the safe side, because I haven't, my assistant is the one who put these comps and these values. But just to be safe, we're gonna say the value is 250. 250, and the lender is willing to lend 75%. That equals 185. If you do 75% of 250, they're gonna give you a loan for 187, okay? So we're asking 150 for the property, 149.5. So 187 will be your loan amount because the lenders are willing to lend 75% of the after repair value. So we're gonna do 187, right? And we're gonna minus 149.5. So you actually have on this property 38,000 to do the fixing of the property, to do repairs, because you're buying it for 149. So 250 times 75% is the loan amount minus 149.5. That's 38,000. So anybody is following me? So pretty much your job as an entrepreneur, real estate investor who wants to increase your rental portfolio is going to be two things. One is finding deals, right? And locally we have this company. We actually provide some of these deals, so you can just go ahead and buy any of those properties and start creating your rental portfolio. So so your job is find the deals and find the money. So how do you do that, right? How do you find the deals? Well, there is different things that you can do. You can subscribe to a lot of how you call this? There is a lot of investing companies, wholesaling companies, and a lot of people who actually are selling deals currently. And so if you're new at this and you don't know where to go get the deals, I suggest you to have, you know, a few wholesalers and your back pocket to check their properties that they are having under contract. Now, my company focus on finding wholesale deals, right? Why wholesale deals? Because we need the properties as discounted as possible so we can get 100% finance and not, or get majority of it finance and no need to worry about coming with a lot of money out of pocket, or the minimum that you can come out of pocket, the best. And it depends on the numbers. The higher is the after repair value, the better, and the lower the price of the property is the better. So they lend 75% of the after repair value. And like I say, just to be conservative, we're gonna say that this property, an example, is 250, and they're gonna lend us 187, I believe, and the asking price is 149. So you have to make sure that the repairs that this property needs are gonna be around 38,000, because they lending 75%, right? So if your this property has less in repairs, let's say the property only needs $30,000 in repairs, this property looks in good shape, the owner is living on this property. So if you guys want to check it out and have access, you can text me and we'll give you access to this one property. So pretty much if this property has 30,000 in repairs, you will, and the ARV is 250, or the appraised value comes back at 250, you don't need to bring any money to close, because pretty much they're gonna finance 187, I believe, which is 75% of 250. And then you only need 30,000 in repairs. It's gonna be some money left to buy this property. So how you become retired, how you retire soon, right? The goal is to buy as many properties as possible and have these properties, rent these properties, and have a plan to pay these properties as soon as possible, right? That's the goal. The goal is to be able to create cash flow. So the sooner you pay these properties, the better, so you can create that cash flow. So at the beginning, you're gonna be paying interest only on these properties, but remember, you have a loan for 30 years. Right now, you say, well, the interest is too high. Yes, the interest is too high, but it's never a bad time to buy real estate, because remember, the property goes up in value throughout the years. So you wanna buy right now. Right now is the best time for you to buy and increase your rental portfolio and to have property so you can retire in a few years from now. So if your goal is to retire in 5 years from now, then what you do? The goal will be to it will be to how you call this, supplement your income, right? You want to do something that supplements your income. And how do you do that? With very little out of pocket, you could be buying properties. And in some cases, you can get 100% finance. You don't need to even come with closing costs. We have lenders that finance 100%. There is some lenders that finance only 10%, but there is some other lenders that finance 100%. And so we're looking for the lenders that wants to finance us 100% the purchase and 100% the fixing, right? The rehab cost. So far, what you need to focus on is finding the deals, the good deals, right? Because not every deal is a good deal. Like I say, these numbers, I came up with these numbers, but my assistant helped me to do this ARV. So can you trust 100% my assistant? I can say that she's been working with me for the past 10 years, if not more. She's very good with the numbers, but absolutely not. You have to do your own due diligence on every property, and you have to check and make sure that these ARV are correct. And this is why, you need to, it's either you have access to the MLS or you have a relationship with someone who has access to the MLS, or your real estate agent, friend, or somebody can run the comps and let you know if this number is actually accurate, right? The 265. Let's say I am buying from myself and I want to make sure that the after repair value of the property is 265. Then I am going to call my assistant and say, hey, can you please send me the comps, right? You have to be able to look at the property comps and see if these property really are selling for that price as high as 250, right? So that way, for sure, as an investor, you have to do your own due diligence on every property. I am open. I don't want to go and just talk about this one property. We can talk about more properties and how to create that rental portfolio. But I like for you guys to, I want to make sure you guys are in there and you're not sleeping. So can you put some questions on the chat? Anybody? Anybody has any questions? And can you put those questions on the chat, please? That would be amazing if you guys can help me. So one of the points that we have here is build wealth through real estate using our proven process, right? Even if it is your first deal. So how you build wealth? The goal is to have finance 75% of the after repair value on this property. And then we go and refinance. Once we fix the property, we put, let's say, 30,000 into it, and we get it 100% hopefully financed with our lender. Then we got this property ready to rent. So now we gotta market the property. We're gonna look for a rent, pretty much a tenant, and we're gonna rent it out, right? So our goal is to make sure that this property is paying by himself, like the property pays the mortgage and pays the insurance, taxes, and everything with the rent. That's our goal, is to make sure that this property is being paid. Our ideal deal will be a property that we have a little bit of cash flow. On single family homes, the cash flow usually is like $200. It's not like a lot. It's $200, $300. It's not like a lot in single family homes. You have here and there some deals that are really good that you can find more cash flow. Of course, that depends on the debt, right? How much you borrow. And so, and how good price you get to buy the property. That's gonna increase your cash flow. So yeah, let me see. Someone has a question. Anna, again, thank you, Anna, for jumping in and helping me here with the questions. I love when you guys ask for questions. Who do you use to screen the tenants? That's a good question. I use a company named Turbo Tenant. This actually is very handy company for real estate investors who actually are, if you're looking for something to put in autopilot, Turbo Tenant is the way to go. If you see here, you can manage the company. I don't have any affiliation, by the way, with this company, but I find it myself being very good because not only you can do your properties and manage all of them here, but it's free for you. And also for the potential tenants, they can create an application, they can submit it to you with their income, credit, and everything before you even show the property. So that's something that is very handy. I haven't really paid a real estate agent to rent any of my properties because I have it here. It's like all in one package. And I'm not against hiring somebody to help me rent a property, but honestly, I haven't done it because I have everything that I need in here. They post your properties and all the marketplaces like Craigslist, and they do all online marketing, Facebook ads. They do a lot of marketing online. And so this is a perfect place. Not only they give you a lot of leads a day, but also they pre-screen the leads to make sure that they don't have any eviction or anything like that. Next thing you know, you have some applications and you just need to contact them to show them the property, or you give them the access so they can look at the property. I suggest, if the property, obviously these properties are already rehabbed and everything ready to move in, I'll suggest to show the property and meet with the potential tenants at the location so you can just get to know them. But this is something very nice because also they screen the tenants and give you the credit score and give you everything that you might need to make a decision on the tenant. So yeah, they do a lot of marketing, these people. It's very good. So I suggest you to go ahead and check this out because it's very handy. The other thing is, I mean, to screen the tenants, definitely you have to come to Turbo Tenant. They do everything here for you. Any other questions? Thank you, Anna, for, I hope that answer that question. Thank you for having questions. I like having questions and answer those questions. So yes, this is pretty much a deal that we are actually selling right now, but I was telling you about the after repair value and about appraising the property and getting 100% finance. Yeah. That avoids the problem of having bad tenants, being able to use that site because they prescribe the tenants very well, and you can see. One of the things that you need to check is if they had, going back to pre-screening the tenants, you have to check if they have bad credits and if they have eviction. So if it is a person that has eviction, then you shouldn't be renting to that person, right? Because you don't want to go and have a nightmare, like you just said that you had a nightmare. I'm sorry to hear that. Kind of sucks. But if you have really bad tenants and they're not paying your rent, the good thing about Texas is that they are always with the landlords. Like, I have done evictions and it's as easy as just following, bringing your lease agreement to court and putting an application, paying the application fee. They give you a court date and everything is so fast. I mean, once you got to court and you have that choice, the judge always asks you, do you want to work something out with this person? Do you want to get the money or no? And if you don't, then you say, no, I don't want to. I just want the property at this point. So if you have bad tenants, let them not pay you and take them to court so you can evict them, because it's sad to say, but it's hard to deal with bad tenants. It's really hard. So the best thing that could happen to you is for the tenant not to pay your rent, to be honest, because that will accelerate the process of going to the court and getting evicted, for them to get evicted. Nobody wants to evict anybody, but if it comes down to it, you have to do it because you have to do whatever is best for you. And the core system is very good here in Texas. So you shouldn't have any problems going to court. Is very easy. You can do it yourself. A lot of people gets overwhelmed. They say, well, I don't know how to deal with this tenant, and it's as easy as just going to the courthouse of the place where you live and filing for eviction. And you don't have to even see the tenants. You don't have to talk to the tenants, because everything is going to go and it's going to be done through the court system. So if you're thinking maybe I should hire some attorneys, you don't have to even hire an attorney to do this. You can do it yourself. You can just go to court, file an eviction, and bring your lease, and then you have a court date. At all this, you don't have to talk to them. You don't have to say anything to them. You just need to bring the paperwork to the court and have them deal with them. Have the judge, asking the questions why you're not paying your rent, why you're such a pain. And then it's very easy process. They're gonna ask you if you're okay with them staying, or do you want them to leave, or if you want to work something out. And if they are a bad tenant, you should say, no, I don't want to work something out. Might as well having the property vacant and putting somebody else in there. So anyway, so you want to know, like I say, your job again is to find good deals and find also lenders. You can get hard money or you can get private money. That's how you finance your deals. A lot of people gets overwhelmed. They think, well, how am I gonna buy a property? I don't have no money. I don't have no good credit. I don't have nothing. So there is a lot of investor-friendly companies that work with investors without having to check your credit. If your credit is a problem and you're thinking, well, you know, how am I gonna do this? What kind of credit? Yeah, unless, you know, you have maybe a bankruptcy or something like that, then you have to wait like 2 years before you actually start buying real estate and getting a conventional loan. But for hard money, they don't really check your credit, so you don't have to worry about credit to buy with hard money. The only problem will be to refinance, right, on conventional, or, you know, refinance so you can get it the property with lower interest rate. Because remember, your hard money loans are gonna be at 12%, and then the other ones are gonna be um for more. It's gonna be, and no, actually you're gonna try to refinance at 7% interest. Now, these days, the interest rate is so high, right? Your goal right now, today's day, is not so much on creating a huge cash flow, even as long as your property is paying your mortgage. The goal will be to get at least $200 cash flow on each rental property. And with those $200, you could pay down your debt every month, right? You could send it to your lender and pay down the debt, and so you can pay up the mortgage quicker. Now, the goal will be to hold this property for equity and for you to create wealth. Because you buy it for 149, 150, right? You put another 30 into it, so you are at 180. For plus closing costs and everything, you should be at 190. Even 200,000 is still a good deal because you're gonna have 50,000 in equity on this particular deal, right? So remember, we said conservatively, we're gonna say 250. So as long as you are creating in a spread for yourself on each property of 30,000 to 50,000, you should be fine, right? Because remember, and it's not about creating a huge cash flow and a huge equity position at the beginning. These properties are long-term investments, so they are going to appreciate with the time. Since I got started till today, I haven't have any problems with seeing Houston market going down on the values of the properties. I used to buy these properties, these same properties over here. The ARV before used to be 150. Now you buy them at 150, and that's the as is value. Like before, you used to buy these properties for 80,000, and then the value was 150. Now we're going at 250. That's the value now, and you buy at 150. So it's like the market in Houston is the best market that you can ever be in. I believe in the United States. I don't know, but I haven't seen anything better than Houston to buy property and to buy real estate. So your goal is to create wealth, is to put at least $30,000 in your pocket. Why you said this is the way to create wealth? Well, because you're by buying a property, and remember, your goal is to buy very little out of pocket, right? And then your goal is to create 30,000 to 50,000 in equity on each property. That's your goal. And then let it appreciate with time, because this property in a few years from now is not gonna cost, the value is not gonna be 250. It's gonna be at least 300, right? So these properties are appreciating so fast, especially in this area. I don't know why, but they appreciate so much because this is inside the loop and is appreciating very well. So anybody has any other questions? Any questions so far for me on whatever we have covered so far, or you guys are good? If anybody has any questions, you guys can ask me. So this is one of the properties that we are actually selling. Let's see what else we can cover here. So the BIRD method, which is buy, rehab, and rent and refinance, right? That I don't know how many of you have heard about that, but pretty much is buy, like I said, your job is to buy the property, fix it up, rent it, and refinance. And like I say, your focus has to be finding the deal and finding the money. You can buy with hard money and you can also buy with private money. What's the difference between private and hard money? Everybody knows the difference. If you don't know the difference, can you put it in the chat so I can explain what's the difference? But yeah, buy, rehab, rent, and refinance, that's what it is, a BIRD method, okay? You buy really cheap, you rehab the property, then you rent the property, and then you refinance it. So the difference between hard money and private money, everybody here knows the difference, I guess. For example, this one property, we're trying to sell this other property. Is 3505 White Rick Street. And the price is 269. The market value, as the comps is showing, is 360. Now, this is the as is value. Okay, so I check up the taxes. So far, this property tax value is 300,000. Now, my assistant run the comps. Can you believe my assistant? No, not 100%. You have to do your own due diligence, but I will say that this property conservatively, it might be about 350 that value. She is running and she always run and looks at the values a little bit more higher because probably she choose the highest comps. But this property can be 100% financed by the lender because we're looking for to do hard money and then refinance and get it unconventional. That's how you buy 100% finance, even if the property doesn't need any repairs. So I have the income of this property and in the last year, and the property is being listed on Airbnb, and those produce an income on Airbnb. Now, the thing with Airbnb is that some months are high, some months are okay, but you know that we usually go with the high months. I mean, that's what the estimate on monthly profit is, 3,296. Now, how you can buy this one 100% finance? You buy it with hard money. Now, hard money usually requires the property to be fixed. So you have to put at least $10,000 to, if you get a hard money to finance. Or if you get private money, then it's easy, right? The private money, you just need to show an investor, a passive investor who has money, who wants to invest it with you, show that the property value is about 350. We do have comps though. It's not like we invent these numbers. We do have comps that shows that that is how much the properties are selling for on that area. So as long as you have somebody lending you the money, you can get here, buy this property, because how much is 75% of 360? So remember, if it's a buying and hold, 360 times 75%, so they can lend you 270 on this particular property. Well, this is how much is we're selling it for, 270. So on this particular property, you will need to come with closing costs, and you will need to come with points, and if the lender will charge you points, but you could buy it and then refinance it. So they're gonna lend you the 270 to buy, and then they will lend you, when you refinance, 350 times 80%, they will lend you 280 on the refi. So that will cover some, it's an extra 10,000. So that will cover you the whatever points and closing costs on the refi. So yeah, this is a property that you could buy very little out of pocket. So your job to do a lot of deals is to buy as many properties out of without to have to put a lot of money down. Remember, even if, let's say, there is some lenders and hard money loans that ask you for 10% down. Even if you come and put 10% down on the first acquisition part, which is the buying of the buying with hard money and then refinance, you could do it and then get your money back when you refinance. Because your goal is to get that money back so you can continue investing into real estate. Anybody has any questions on this? No? Okay, so if it's in regards to doing deals, your job is to buy as many properties as you can, creating the most equity, right? Remember, if you can do, in this case, you're gonna create more equity, because at the end, your debt is gonna be at 280 once you refinance on conventional, and your market value is 260 or 250. So 250, that will make you 280. It's gonna be like 70,000 on this particular deal once you're done, and equity. So the equity is what is gonna make you the wealth, right? Is so you buying real estate, renting it out, making sure that the rent covers the mortgage and everything, and then creating that wealth that we're talking about, and hopefully creating the cash flow. Now, the cash flow is one thing that we're gonna have to refinance at some point, because it will be better if the interest rate was like it was before. Just a few years back, it was like 3%, 2%. We were like in the lowest. Now we are in the highest. So whoever actually got approved before, they can create a cash flow, right? More than if you pay a 7% interest rate, because your mortgage payments are lower and your rent are high. So, but remember, the thing here is not to stop buying. You have to keep on buying, because they in Houston, they always appreciate. These always appreciate. So it's very good to keep on buying. So keep on buying, keep on buying, keep on buying. Because the appreciation is what creates the wealth. So let's say this property right now is worth 350. In a few years from now, it might be worth 400. So that's where your saving and your wealth is created, right? And like I say, once you become and you, let's say you buy with high interest right now, 7%, you can come back and refinance later on when the interest come down. So, I want to talk to you guys in regards to my wholesaling training, which is down here. I am going to have, and I'm gonna be hosting a wholesaling training. This training are recommended to anybody who actually haven't done any deals, or if you actually have done deals. It's gonna be in June 6, 13, 20, and 27 from 7 to 8:30. You can register through here, which it goes to Eventbrite, and you can pay through here, or you can just text me. We have some videos here that shows about testimonials of people who has done deals with us. And so you can register through there, but it's gonna charge you $9.59 now if you register through here. If you register directly with me, you can text me and I can get you registered. I'm gonna put my phone number here in the chats and my email address so you guys can text me. But if you want to register here, it will be without the extra fee that they charge. But this training are recommended to anybody. Why I put that training, right? I put it for people like you that wants to be active into real estate investing. This is my phone number, 281-806-9743. It's actually on the chats and you can text me there. So I put it so people like you who actually wants to get active into real estate investing, wants to buy more properties. This is a training that I'm gonna be giving online. It's gonna be live. I am the coach and I am the trainer. So I am going to be teaching how to find the properties from your home. And so it's a group training. And so I wanna be showing you guys how to find the deals. Remember, it's about finding the deals and finding the money, right? And honestly, there is so many lenders. If you guys need a lender, just let me know and I refer you. I don't have any affiliation with these lenders, but I know lenders that can finance 100% of the purchase and 100% of the rehab. So I do have lenders that are very, very good and they close very quickly. But I do it so people learn how to find the deals, not so much on how to wholesale a house, which is okay if you want to do wholesaling. I own a wholesaling company, and honestly, I love doing that because I am the first one who gets to see the deals in my company and decide if I want to keep them or sell them, right? Or wholesale them. So wholesaling is only another source of income, and it's a good source of income because so far it's been helping me and my family, and I'm been doing this for a few years. So it's been paying my bills and I'm being living very comfortably working from home. So like I say, you guys can decide, but I suggest this training for anybody. If you want to learn how to find the deals, this is the training for you. I be covering how to find off market and also properties on the market. And actually the first training, right after the first training, you're gonna go home and you're gonna start making offers right away. I like people to start making offers and start communicating with the agents and with seller as soon as they get into the training, because I want to make sure if you say that you are an investor but you're not making offers, you're not really an active investor, okay? You may be a passive one that makes deals here and there, but you're not really actively looking to do deals. This training is gonna help you to be actively looking for the deals. Awesome. So yes, this training, you can text me, Melissa, if you have any deals. That's another thing. There is someone here, Melissa, she said she's a wholesaler and she's in Houston. Hi, Melissa. I also partner with people on deals. They send them to me and I send them to my buyers. I have 30,000 cash buyers. who are actually looking to do deals with me and buy properties from us. So our company, I believe 100% of preferring doing 50% of something that 100% of zero or nothing, right? So I prefer partnering with people and doing more deals than doing deals by myself. So I do have a good network of investors looking for properties. So if you ever have a property for under contract that you want to get rid of and you want to expose it to more people, I only get paid if I get a buyer, right? So if you tell me, let's say I'm doing marketing, you say, Marilyn, can you check if you can find me a buyer? I'll blast it out, and then I find the buyer. If I find the buyer, I get paid, right, from the assignment. And we usually split it 50-50 with the other wholesaler. Or you can say, I'll give you 3,000 or 5,000 of my fee if you find me the buyer. But we can work something out. That's not a problem. But we have to, we can do it that way. But the thing here is to be able to do more deals, right? More and more deals and be able to sell the deals. So this training also help to wholesalers. A lot of people who is already doing wholesaling has taken my training on how to wholesale, because I teach how to do it from home, how to find the deals, how to negotiate with realtors, how to put the property under contract. I give you proof of funds, contracts, I give you assignment of contracts, and I give you everything step by step. So you can launch a deal. And I have a lot of students who has done deals with me during those 4 weeks training. It's a 4 weeks training every Thursday night from the month of June. Okay, and it's from 7 to 8:30 every Thursday night, but I cover everything. Like I say, we partner with you. I am also your coach during that time, so you can text me during the week. I'm gonna teach you how to find the deal, how to make offers, and then if you have a potential deal, you can text me and say, hey, Marilyn, I'm actually making an offer at this much. What do you think? And then I can come out and start walking you through the process on what is next. What you need to say to the realtor or what you need to do next. And so all of that, I do it hand by hand, so you can launch your first deal, you can put it under contract, and then you can assign the contract and make a fee out of that. So all of this, I go through how to find good wholesale deals, how to do it by doing it from home, from your computer, how to find good deals on the MLS, how to determine a quick market value without having to have a license, a real estate license, estimate repairs, filling out contracts, how to assign your contract, and how to negotiate with listing agents and sellers. All of that is only $897. And I say $897 because a lot of people charge a lot for these trainings. I have here up to 100,000 to do this. And honestly, I like to get paid, but I do it more with doing deals with my students because I believe on the hand holding, and I like to help do a hand holding to you as well and help you out throughout the process. So if you don't want to pay that extra fee that Eventbrite charges to register, you can text me and you can send me your full name, phone number, email to add you in the list of students. And you can send your payment to this phone number. My phone number that I give you is 281-806-9743, and you will be registered. So you just need to let me know that you send me a Zelle payment and that voice that charges of the whatever extra charge they have. I also accept credit cards, and I can send you an invoice via email as well. So far, this is just a training that will help for you to be able to find your own deals if you want to learn how to do it. Anybody has any questions? The time goes so fast when you're having fun, right? So I know that this has been fun. I don't know if I didn't cover something. If you have any questions or something, you can still ask me. And if not, we're gonna have Real Estate IQ coming, and I guess we can just finish the training. Oh, I forgot to say that I do, before we leave, I do one-on-one coaching. And if you want to learn anything about my one-on-one coaching programs, that's on how to find fixer-uppers. I do have a rental program that I help people to find a few rentals, hold their hand, and I do it on 90 days. So that's a coaching program that I can provide. If you want to learn more about the coaching program that I have for you to do this, and I can do it with you hand on hand, analyze the deals with you, help you with the contracting part, going to see the properties and checking, making sure that the deal is a good deal. Just let me know, text me at my phone number, 281-806-9743, and I can help you set up a Zoom meeting so we can talk about the one-on-one coaching program. Thank you, guys. I don't know if Real Estate IQ has anything else.
Yes, thank you so much, Marilyn, for your time, and thank you everybody for attending and for your amazing questions. It was a great presentation as always, and we really appreciate you, Marilyn, and for sharing your expertise with us. Thank you for joining us.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye, everybody. Have a wonderful day.